an insurance commercial by Floy.
Huh, psych! Fooled ya. And a 5, 6, 7, 8. We are from Howard Street. It's really sort of kind of neat. My peers are artistic. No lies. Howard realistic. Howard Street 3 E's back me up. Einstein, Ellington, Esperanza. What's for lunch?
Lasagna.
Ellington, the arts. Drama, dance, and choir. Howard Street students.
Yeah.
We fire. Esperanza, language, culture, and history. Learning about that Mayan mystery. Einstein, science, technology, engineering, and math. Howard Street put me on the right path. Howard Street core revolves around Ember, right from January to December. Excellence, mindfulness, be creative, empathy, and responsible risk.
Howard Street is an amazing school. They allow you to get a lot of opportunities. They also allow you to be really creative and think outside the box. That's something most schools don't pay much attention to. Another thing that I really appreciate about Howard Street is their electives. They have such original electives like dance and creative writing. Howard Street is amazing and allowed me to become a better student.
In Howard Street, we follow the rules of Ember. Ember stands for E for excellence, M for mindfulness, B for be creative, E for empathy, and R for responsible risks. Ember helps Howard Street run smoothly. Some of the required classes at Howard Street are Spanish, math, science, language arts, and drama. Howard Street kids are chosen through a lottery. The 3 E's of Howard Street are
Einstein, Esperanza, and Ellington. Einstein is math and science. Ellington is drama and art. And Esperanza is humanities and language.
Thank you for watching.
Hola. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está?
This is Howard Street. Howard Street has 3 E's, Esperanza, Ellington, and Einstein. I showed Ellington by dancing.
I showed Einstein by doing a science experiment.
And I showed Esperanza by doing Spanish.
Another important part of Howard Street is Ember, E for excellence, going above and beyond in each project.
M is for mindfulness, for being prepared for class.
Be creative is thinking outside the box.
E is for empathy, being kind in your words and your ways, and finally R for responsible risk. Responsible risk by taking risks even though you might be scared. This is Howard Street, our home away from home.
Here we have a young 6th grader approaching an older student. What could he be up to?
A34. So, I'm kind of lost. Can you help me?
Sure, I can tell you everything. Howard Street is a small charter school connected to South Salem High that specializes in the 3 E's, Einstein, Ellington, and Esperanza. In other words, maths, arts, and languages.
Well, that seems cool, but
But wait! There's more! Howard Street first opened in 1997 to 101 students, making it one of the first charter schools in Oregon, and now running for 20 years. Impressive, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess so, but
Don't forget that Howard Street is fun. We get out at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays and have lots of after-school clubs to go to, including an athletics program, cross country. Band and orchestra help keep the school in harmony, while dance keeps the school on its toes.
Yeah, that all seems fun, but I just needed some help to get to my locker.
Oh.
Thanks a lot for the cool information. A34. Where could that be?
Go to howardstreet.org today or Google us to find more information on Howard Street.
Today I'm here with Ed, and Natalie. They're telling me all about Howard Street Charter School.
Did you know that in 1997 of September, Howard Street opened its doors to the 101 students who had gotten in?
Really? I had no idea. Could you tell me more about the history of Howard Street?
This year we're celebrating 20 years of Howard Street being open.
20 years, that's quite a while for a school, especially a charter school, to be open. So there's something called the 3 E's. Could you please explain them to me?
Einstein, Ellington, and Esperanza are 3 things that represent Howard Street and are also known as the 3 E's.
Thanks, that helps a lot. Is there anything else about this school?
Einstein is math, science, technology, and engineering. Ellington is language and the arts. And Esperanza is humanities and art.
Thanks, that really helps. But how do you demonstrate each trait at school?
Amber is excellence, mindfulness, be creative, and responsible risks, and empathy.
Cool.
If you take other people's opinions into consideration and listen to their opinions, then you're showing empathy. If you take responsible risks, say, just as raising your hand more often in class, then you're showing responsible risks, because not many people like to raise their hand a lot.
Excellence can be shown by just doing an extra good job on your homework. Mindfulness can be shown by turning everything in early, and be creative can be thinking outside of the box.
Thanks. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Visit our website, www.howardstreet.org, for more information.
All right, that's Ed and Natalie, and that's all we have.
Bye.
Bye.
Howard Street Charter School unlocked their doors in 1997 for the first time to 44 6th graders, 44 7th graders, and 13 8th graders.
It was one of the first charter schools in Salem, even before there was a law that allowed for public charter schools.
As we meet year 20, we want to share our story with Oregon.
And to do that, we have Howard Street students here today to talk about 2 of Howard Street's main concepts, Ember and the 3 E's. First, we have a 6th grader at Howard Street, Sydney, to tell us about Ember. Sydney, what does Ember mean?
EMBER stands for Excellence, Mindfulness, Be Creative, Empathy, and Responsible Risks.
So, after saying what Ember is, what do you think the most important part of Ember would be?
I think the most important habit to practice in EMBER is mindfulness. Mindfulness means to be present and paying attention in class. Mindfulness has a lot of rules that is crucial to a good learning environment.
Thank you, Sydney. We also have Aaron, a 7th grader, here to talk to us about the 3 E's. Aaron, what are the 3 E's?
Well, the 3 E's are Einstein, which is math and science, Esperanza, which is humanities and Spanish, and Ellington, arts and drama.
Out of those 3 categories, what do you think is the most important?
I would say it would be Ellington, because most other schools don't have art or drama, which teaches us how to perform, draw, paint, and color.
Thank you, Aaron. That is Howard Street.
For more information, visit www.howardstreet.org. Once again, www.howardstreet.org.
I'm Shane Carmichael Kahn.
I'm Aaron Pennington Guthrie.
And I'm Sydney Myers.
And we approve this message.